Yo, what's up,
US?
So we reacted to what was it? We reacted to, okay,
Don't
five
mess-
reasons you
yeah,
should not
should
mess
be
with the
the
USA.
US.
So we're asking questions like, is it not easy to sink this boat? Like, is easy to target and all that. So someone in the comments section suggested that we should react to five reasons US aircraft carriers are nearly impossible.
So that means it's not entirely impossible.
Impossible, but it's nearly impossible.
Let's go.
Five reasons U.S. aircraft carriers are nearly impossible to
What? Why do you Russia, China should worry?
Okay.
sink.
Just give the internet to me.
Just give the internet to me.
Large-deck nuclear-powered aircraft carriers are the signature expression of American nuclear-powered aircraft carriers are the signature expression of American military power. No other combat system available to U.S. warfighters comes close to delivering so much offensive punch for months at a time without requiring land bases near the action. As a result, the 10 carriers in the current fleet are in continuous demand from regional commanders, so much so that extended overseas combat tours are becoming the norm.
Wow.
Where's that going?
The bottom line on aircraft carrier survivability is that only a handful of countries can credibly pose a threat to America's most valuable warships, and short of using nuclear weapons, none of those is likely to sink one. The vulnerability issue is harder to address because putting 5,000 sailors and 6 dozen high-performance aircraft on a $10 billion warship
6 dozen. That's
6
times
dozen.
12.
72.
Okay.
creates what military experts
billion
refer
dollar
to
warship.
as a very lucrative target. Taking one out would be a big achievement for America's enemies and a big setback for America's military. However, the likelihood of any adversary actually achieving that without using nuclear weapons is pretty close to zero.
Oh. Okay.
It isn't going to happen, and here are 5 big reasons why. Number 1. Large deck carriers are fast and resilient. Nimitz-class carriers of the type that dominate the current
they
fleet,
have to like lift. It's
Not because it's not like a huge plane or something.
like the Ford-class carriers that will replace them, are the biggest warships ever built. They have 25 decks standing 250 feet in height and displace 100,000 tons of water.
Wow.
With hundreds of watertight compartments and thousands of tons of armor, no conventional torpedo or mine is likely to cause serious damage. And because carriers are constantly moving when deployed at up to 35
$10 billion. How did they even
How
do
did they build this shit? Like, where is it, on land or on the sea? Like, and after they build it, how do they move it into the sea? I don't get.
Like, you know, the maths are not
It's
really
not
mathing.
mathing.
Like,
Unless there's like superheroes that will carry it or something that they don't tell us about.
5 miles per hour, fast enough to outrun submarines, finding and tracking them is difficult. Within 30 minutes after a sighting by enemies, the area within which a carrier might be operating has grown to 700 square miles. After 90 minutes, it's expanded to 6,000 square miles. Number 2. Carrier defenses are formidable.
I mean,
gotta be.
U.S.
That's
aircraft carriers are
10
equipped
billion.
with extensive active and passive defenses for defeating threats, such as low-flying cruise missiles and hostile submarines.
what if there's a fisherman on the stuff just doing his own thing?
I mean,
These
I think
include an array of high-performance sensors, radar-guided missiles, and 20mm Gatling guns that shoot 50 rounds per second. The carrier air wing of 60-plus aircraft
Wait,
includes
50 rounds per second.
Per second. People, 1 second.
squadron of early warning radar planes that can detect approaching threats, including radar periscopes, over vast distances, and helicopters equipped for anti-submarine, anti-surface, and counter-mine warfare. All of the carrier's defensive sensors and weapons are netted together through an onboard command center for coordinated action against adversaries.
Ah! How do they make weapons like this? I say how and why?
Number 3. Carriers do not operate alone. Carriers typically deploy as part of a carrier strike group that includes multiple guided missile warships equipped with the Aegis combat system. Aegis is the most advanced air and missile defense system in the world, capable of defeating every potential overhead threat, including ballistic missiles. It's linked to other offensive and defensive systems on board U.S. surface combatants that can defeat submarines, surface ships, and floating mines, or attack enemy sensors needed to guide attacking missiles. In combination with the carrier air wing, these warships can quickly degrade enemy systems used to attack the strike group. Carrier strike groups often include one or more stealthy attack subs capable of defeating undersea and surface threats. Include one or more stealthy attack subs capable of defeating undersea and surface threats.
So are they saying like every carrier has like 1 or 2 submarines with it?
Number 4. Navy tactics maximize survivability. Although U.S. aircraft carriers are protected by the most potent multi-layer defensive shield ever conceived, they do not take chances when deployed near potential adversaries. Their operational
recruits or what? Because they look young.
They do not take chances
You see, all these guys.
when deployed near potential adversaries. Their operational tactics have evolved to minimize risk while still delivering the offensive punch that is their main reason for existing. For instance, a carrier will generally not operate in areas where mines might have been laid until the area has been thoroughly cleared. It will tend to stay in the open ocean rather than entering confined areas where approaching threats are hard to sort out from other local traffic. It will keep moving to complicate the targeting challenge for enemies. It will also use links to other joint assets from the seabed to low Earth orbit to achieve detailed situational awareness.
Like some of these reasons that is listing here, like I feel like most of them are like still kind of like inclined to each other. So
Number 5. New technology is bolstering carrier defense. Although there has been much speculation about emerging threats to aircraft carriers, the Navy invests heavily in new offensive and defensive technologies aimed at countering such dangers. The most important advance of recent years has been the netting together of all naval assets in an area so that sensors and weapons can be used to maximum effect. Initiatives like the Naval Integrated Fire Control Counter-Air Program link together every available combat system in a seamless, fast-reacting defensive screen that few adversaries can penetrate. Numerous other advances are being introduced, from the penetrating recon capabilities of stealthy fighters to shipboard jamming systems to advanced obscurants that confuse the guidance systems
many of these people, they spend most of their life on the sea.
I swear.
homing missiles.
So does that mean you don't get to see a lot of things?
Although the Navy has changed its tactics to deal with the proliferation of fast anti-ship missiles and the growing military power of China in the Western Pacific, large deck aircraft carriers remain among the most secure and useful combat systems in America's arsenal. With the unlimited range and flexibility afforded by nuclear propulsion, there are few places they can't go to enforce U.S. interests. And at the rate the Navy is investing in new warfighting technologies, that's likely to remain true for many decades to come.
I don't want to see this thing come like side to side with a normal, a normal ship. Though I want to see how big it is. something else? I think the rest is
five
just
reasons.
like.
Let's show pictures.
So it's in 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. 5 reasons U.S. aircraft carriers are nearly impossible. What do you guys think in the comment section? Like, do you guys please answer some of our questions as well? Yet we see next time, right?
Peace.